So before we start the discussion, let's take a look at the definition of sharing. So what is sharing? Sharing refers to the practice of parents, caregivers sharing information about their children online, typically on some online platforms. This can include photos, videos, personal stories, and other updates about the child's life. So we got the definition of sharing. So from now on, our group members will be discussing and listing out some of the reasons why we are disapprove of sharing on social media. So first of all, let me share with you some eye-opening statistics. Okay, so the 2020 study published in the Journal of Pediatrics found that 22% of children report parents share about them without their permission. More concerning, 2/3 of these children, means 67% of them express feelings anxious, embarrassed, or even frustrated by this sharing. So think about that for a moment. We can see now all the adverse mental health impact is now a real problem of sharing. So for my part, I'm going to delve into the pressure leading to mental toll that sharing exerts on children from children's perspective. For children whose lives are showcased online, sharing creates unintended pressure. Our parents tend to share their proudest moments of their children's accomplishment on social media, and sometimes with a little bit of embellishment, they tend to spice things up, creating an idealized image of their children. This emotion action can put immense pressure on us as children to live up to this public persona. This pressure leads to a conflict. We are facing a dilemma whether we are trying to conform to or to compete with the image that our parents create online. This internal struggle can damage our mental health and hinder our natural development. And now let's consider the children viewing this content, witnessing a parade of peers' achievements and seemingly perfect families can create realistic expectations and foster a feeling of inadequacy. I couldn't count exactly how many times I wonder myself this kind of question. Am I not talented and successful enough, just as how my peers and my fellow friends actually are? Or why doesn't my life look like that? These thoughts can lead to anxiety, low self-esteem, and depressions. I hope that you can relate when you stumble upon a mom bragging about how much her son earned a month without knowing that he's probably living in a crack city. So I'll pass the presentation to Diệu Linh.
Hello teachers and friends, I'm Ngô Thị Diệu Linh, and now I'll share with you another drawback of sharing. Well, sharing can be seen as a form of child abuse and neglect. To many parents, the purpose of sharing goes beyond simply preserving beautiful memories of their child. Well, in the cyberspace, parenting is becoming a competition for getting attention and even money. Well, in the social media environment, with photos of us, our parents want to draw attention to themselves. They get likes and comments as a form of their own recognition. According to a 2021 survey by the security.org involving US parents and children, 63% of the mothers reported to post pictures of their children just in order to become momfluencers or to create a digital identity as a good mother. Worse still, the caregivers may prioritize creating engaging content for their followers over the child's needs. Well, in some cases, the parents may even coerce the child into repeating certain behavior or phrases in front of the camera. This type of action is a form of exploiting the children for entertainment value. Well, it's obvious that the more obsessed parents become with posting their children online, the less time and effort they actually have to devote to their children in the real life. I do consider such action really exploitative of kids, and as children, if we are constantly and excessively posted on social media, we would feel that we are just being neglected and made use of by our parents, which could not only affect child-parent relationship but leave us psychological scars. So I strongly believe that instead of sharing every single seemingly interesting moments of us on social media, our parents should take care of us more in the real life. Thank you. And now let's move on to another drawback, which is presented by Ung Thiên.
So good afternoon everyone, and Mr. Alex. So I'd like to present to you another problem of parenting, which is identity theft. So let me explain what is identity theft. Identity theft is a serious crime where someone uses another person's personal information to use their identity for harmful purposes. If, for example, if my parents shared my personal information online, they would create a digital footprint that could be easily accessed by malicious individuals. And here are some ways in which identity theft can occur through parenting. Firstly, parents sharing our full name, birthday, address, or school through social media captions can provide a wealth of information to potential identity thieves. And secondly, even seemingly innocent photos can reveal personal details. For example, a photo of me wearing a school uniform can reveal my school name, and while a photo of me in front of my house can reveal my family's address. And once a thief had access to my or my family personal information, they can use it to open social media accounts, credit cards, or utility accounts, and this can be severely harm our profiles and reputations if these accounts are misused for fraudulent activities or harmful actions online. And according to the Sydney Morning Herald, an e-safety investigator in Australia found that up to 50% of images on sites that contained pedophilic content could be traced back to social media posts and blog posts made by parents. And the damage caused by identity thieves can take years to repair, potentially affecting the children's credit score and reputation and their future opportunities. And as the end of my point, I would like to give my speech to Như Hảo. One turn.
Như Hảo, and let's move on to the next point. I have to say that because parenting makes us feel like we highlight the autonomy from parents that can affect the relationships between us and our parents. Many of our parents love sharing about family and may post many of our photos and information on some special occasions. And I contend that as we grow older, we may feel uncomfortable with such parenting. And in a survey on the BBC website in 2021, 46% of participants said that their parents posted about them without their permission. And what's more, in a survey conducted by Security.org, only a quarter of parents obtained consent from their children before posting, and nearly 30% did not ask for permission at all. And I can say that this can make
us feel so insecure and feel like we have a little ownership over our bodies and our information. And such feelings can make it feel reluctant to share many things with our parents and being reluctant when our parents take photos. According to common sense media, we start being conscious of our identity and how we appear when we reach 7. What I mean is we, adolescents, are undergoing developmental characteristics, one of which is that we care more about how we appear on social media. We care more about our identity and images. Thus, we want our parents to respect our autonomy instead of posting about it without our consent regularly. And sharing things without involving us in the process like that can make us feel so annoyed, and we can have some small arguments with our parents. And this can be seen in an example on The Guardian. Gwyneth Paltrow, a famous actress, was criticized by her daughter because she posted her photo without permission. And I believe this is only one example of many examples out there that emphasize that sharing things, especially without our permission, can badly impact the relationships between us and our parents. And now let's move on to the next point presented by Khánh Linh. Ngọc Linh.
I'm Ngọc Linh, and I'm gonna present a point from our children group. As young kids, we can confidently prove that the act of sharing things can have a bad impact on our social relationships. This is because children often get embarrassed when the other people view their photos from the parents' social profiles, such as Facebook or Zalo. And in a 2015 survey, they say that 56% say the parents share embarrassing moments of their kid, and 27% parent circulated inappropriate photo. And Dr. Albert suspects that this number has gone up in recent years, which means that the act of sharing things is not a good way for children, especially in social relationships. And as you guys might have seen about a month ago, an event where Mebam, yes, a famous child who got famous because of the pictures that her parents posted online, attended an event, and she cried a lot because she was scared of the crowd. She was scared of all the people around her. And I think that this is one of the most obvious example of how sharing things can affect her social relationships, since parents can somehow accidentally post their kids' very embarrassing moment, like crying or eating or crying with an ugly face, and after that in the future their peers or their future colleagues can view those photos and make fun of them. I myself was a victim of cyberbullying through sharing things. This is because many years ago, my peers had seen a photo of me eating in kind of a dirty way because I was a kid, and they made fun of my face because I looked differently from the present. So they kept reposting and joking around my face, and it hurted my feeling a lot. I am a children, and I am a teenage girl specifically, so I look pretty in front of a lot of people, and I want to be the most okay in the photo, the most good-looking girl, rather than being posted by my parents without permission or without knowing. And I'm always scared of being bullied by commenting on my face or something like that, especially when I don't know where the photos are on the internet or on Facebook or anywhere. I just don't know because my parents did not ask me to post the pictures. They just posted the picture on their own. So I hope that in this forum I can somehow find feasible solutions from experts in the related field. And I hope that all the parents would be more mindful of the content about their kids. And I'm gonna bring this mic for Vân Khánh.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vân Khánh, and I'm gonna end our points of view with digital footprint risk. As children, we often underestimate the power of our digital footprint. Every post or photo shared online becomes a permanent record that follows us into adulthood. What seems harmless today can follow us into can resurface later. For example, affecting how university and employers view us. A 2020 Kaplan Prep study found that 36% of college admission officers check applicants' social media, meaning an embarrassing childhood could partly hurt our chances. Similarly, a 2018 Career Builder report revealed that 70% of employers check screen candidates online, with 54% rejecting applicants based on inappropriate content. Okay, next slide. Additionally, as we grow older, managing or erasing this digital footprint can be overwhelming. What parents share can turn into a source of anxiety, as we may realize that we have to clean up our online presence. A UK Children Commissioner report found that many children aged 11 to 16 are concerned about the consequences of the long-term consequences with the content posted without their consent. We should be free to shape our own identities without the burden of the digital past that hanging over us. And thank you for listening. That is the end of our point of view. We are open to any question.